Spend the $12 on hot dogs and move on.
Hi guys, welcome to the House of Valentina. I'm Valentina and this is my husband Jack. And we were literally just sitting here. This is basically our favorite place to hang out on the weekends. We just finished a massive project and installation yesterday. So we're a little tired. And I love it because this is where we love to just rejuvenate ourselves. I love being able to look through books, and we watch a little bit of TV, and obviously drink a lot of coffee and
have a candle going, which is not my coffee.
This is our champagne until we get to at least 5 p.m.
Yeah, exactly.
IKEA is one of those places we love to shop at.
We've moved 23 times over the years. Some of those were on very small budgets, and so we have done more than our fair share of IKEA. Most of it has been amazing. Most of the product has been just really, really good. Yeah. But there have been a few things that for one reason or another, we weren't quite as satisfied with.
Yeah, and so we stopped buying certain things, and we just thought maybe this would be a nice thing to pass along to you guys, because that way you'll realize that when we recommend something, it actually does come from a lot of experience, and you can really rely on those things. And then some of these things, it's because they're just not working for us.
So if you love videos like this and you want to see the project that we just finished up yesterday, make sure you hit subscribe so you can be notified of it as soon as we have published it.
Yes, and give the video a thumbs up.
That helps.
Okay, you ready to jump in?
Yes, let's do it.
I made it on my phone so I can remember what everything was. And the number one, I really don't have to think too hard about it. Number one is the fiber fill pillow inserts. They're $3. It's so tempting to want to save yourself money and buy those fiber fill inserts. The problem is, and this is something that you can attest to, when you sit back on a down, it squishes.
Yeah.
It moves to your body. It can be fluffed up just like this. And you can really just, you can mold them and make them into something. But when you have those fiber fill ones, they're very stiff. They're not very comfortable to sit with. And I'm going to dare to say that I would rather just not have one than to have those fiber fill ones from IKEA. Now there's other places that sell good fiber fill inserts and down alternatives if that's not your thing. But the ones from IKEA, there's a reason they're $3, guys. It's not worth it. It's better just to save up and buy a down insert or one of the other better alternatives, I think.
Yeah, and it doesn't quite fill out the pillow all the time, does it?
No.
Because it's not squishy, so it just, you're not able to shape it if your cover is a little bit larger.
Exactly, and it just ends up with like pieces kind of falling apart inside of it if you own them for a long time. I mean, we bought them, and so this comes from experience.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just wait or buy something different.
Yeah. Our second one is the Homo paper floor light. Okay. We've used this one before, and we have other paper lights in our house. We have no issue whatsoever. As a matter of fact, we have 2 in our house right now that are hanging up. And in Denmark and other parts of Scandinavia, it's really quite common to have those. But they're up high where no one can touch them. No one can get to them.
Right, the ceiling pendants.
Yeah, the ceiling pendants.
Yeah.
Whereas the floor lamps, we bought them because honestly, they look amazing and they look so cool, and you can use them in pretty much any environment. The problem is they're extremely delicate.
Yes,
and with
that's
kids
what makes
and a
them
dog,
special, right? Like that's the specialness of them. That's why we like the ceiling ones.
Yeah.
But then with kids and dogs.
With kids and dogs, and if you want to move it around, you want to try a different space. Next thing you know, bam, there's a hole punctured in it. Yeah, there are other amazing floor lamps at IKEA that if you want, that's a great purchase. But this one is one of those you may just want to pass over because you may not get the life out of it you're hoping for. Spend the $12 on hot dogs and move on.
I like the way you think.
Makes me want to go to IKEA right now.
Oh, those vegan ones that they have now, they're so good.
Yeah.
Have you guys tried those? They're vegan hot dogs. If you have not tried them, you seriously, the next time you go to IKEA, try them. He thinks I'm crazy, but I order extra so I can bring them home. They're that good. Number 3 is one that you have put together many, many times. And I seem to remember that we used like butt power to like sit on the top of those.
Oh my gosh, yes we did.
We're talking about the Kallax shelf units.
Which does require butt power.
You have to like sit on them and just.
Oh my gosh, I forgot all about that. We built like an entire wall of these when we lived in Copenhagen.
Yeah, and I looked back in my archive and I actually have the video of when I had these shelves styled up in our Copenhagen home. I got so homesick.
Oh my god.
I know, I was like, oh.
I can't watch those videos. Too soon.
I just love it so much though. And it's like you can really style up these shelves. And I've heard other designers say things like, oh, it's a dead giveaway. Oh, it's from IKEA. And I'm like, who cares where the item is from? I'm not like that. I don't care like that. But the problem with these shelves is that while they are very affordable and you can really fill out a space with them, they don't hold up that well. I mean, as much as I love that we got to use butt powder to put them together.
And they are flexible. There's so many different things you can do with them, and I think that's part of the draw is that you can put them on the floor, you can put feet on them, you can wall mount them, you can stack them high, you can do them wide.
Oh my gosh, and if you just look up like Kallax hack, you're gonna see how people have completely transformed them a million different ways. But our shipped so bad. What is it? The finish on them
chipped off.
Chipped off so easily, and I found that it just sort of irritated me after a while. That I was like, now I feel like I've got to buy something else because.
And they just scratched really easily, even the inside, because again with kids, a lot of times stuff would get moved, or we're moving them from place to place in the house.
Or you put a basket in and out.
Yeah, we just scratch it, and it showed its wear really fast.
Yeah, and I would go back, and for the dark ones, you can use a Sharpie, or for the white ones, like a little white pen, and kind of fill it in. But after a while, they just didn't hold up very well, and I'd rather just hold on and try to wait for something that's a little bit more lasting. However, from versatility standpoint, that's why I think they're so popular.
Yeah.
Oh, this is yours. I feel like a lot of these are because of you.
What did I do?
The down inserts. You get so mad at them.
If there's an anti-jack, is the down insert. Dun dun dun.
You hate them because
I can't stand them.
I tuck, so I don't see the fabric down loose at the corners as much because I like to tuck those things in and I just sort of make do. But for you, it drives you nuts. There's like a loss of translation between the American bedding sizing and the European duvets. Like that didn't get that quite right. The down duvets themselves are awesome.
Yeah.
We've bought them so many times. We've used them in so many room makeovers in Europe, but we found that here we're not buying them anymore because they just don't seem to fit that duvet, and you get annoyed.
I get annoyed. So I would just say on those, buy them somewhere else.
That sounds so snobby. Ew, but you can't see the corners are empty. Ew.
I hate laying on cloth.
So superficial. We're not this superficial.
No.
Oh my gosh. Well, we'll try to be superficial for a few more minutes.
Only blue jelly beans. Remember I told you that. Get back upstairs, Landon. I only eat the blue jelly beans. No, we're not superficial.
I want my blueberries to be perfectly round.
I said 42 degrees on my tap water. Go back upstairs.
Oh my gosh. Okay, number 5 is patterned pillows. Okay, this is gonna sound snobby because I've bought a lot of patterned pillows from IKEA, and then like everybody buys them at IKEA, and so it just like everybody's got them, and then I don't feel unique. So instead, I buy the solid ones, which aren't unique at all.
Well, that's part of the scalability and the magic of IKEA is that they don't do short runs on anything. So they do long runs on stuff, and so they'll produce a patterned pillow that's amazing in year 1, and then by year 9 you're like, okay, that's still the same patterned pillow.
Yeah.
But that's how they scale. It's how they're able to mass produce on such small economic scale for us as purchasers. But it makes it to where it's like, wow.
It just seems super saturated after a while because you've just seen it a million times in magazines, and you guys probably will be like, that's just idiotic. I mean, who cares? I have their patterned pillows. I could bring them up and add them to this and it would be beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just, when you work in design, I think a lot of times I see things over and over and over and I tire of them. So you probably could just disregard this one. I mean, honestly, just go buy their patterned pillows.
Just go buy the hot dog and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, hot dogs and patterned pillows. I don't know.
Go well together.
It's just one of those things that I think for me as a designer, I stopped buying them because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally snobby. I don't actually care that much, just buy the pattern pillows. Okay, next up, this is one that I really did stop buying. And I'm gonna contradict myself as well, and that's the glassware. We were literally drinking out of the champagne glasses last night, and so he's like,
Those were from IKEA?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Go get them and we'll show them.
I wonder why I had to build them myself as I went, but still.
Go get it and we'll show them. We were literally drinking out of these last night, and they're actually really good.
They're great.
And we find that the weight of them and the quality of them is actually really, really awesome. However, the majority of the glassware that we have bought from IKEA has just broken too easily. It breaks just in the dishwasher. It doesn't seem to hold up. Now, does that mean that I'm not gonna go in there and buy something next week? No, I can't guarantee it. I really can't. However, I would just proceed with caution and really look at what you're buying in the glassware section. I have been so disappointed with the quality of the dishes that we have bought. When we moved back from Europe, we didn't bring any of the IKEA dishes home. And I find that really irritating, actually, because
we're not dish snobs.
No.
That first, whatever, Fallscraft back in the day?
Yeah.
Whatever we got when we first got married back in, whenever that was.
Over 20 years using the
20
same dishes. They were good. They were really good.
Yeah. They've been 20 good years for me. Yours have been harder.
They have. We're not plate snobs, dish snobs, none of that kind of stuff.
No, but we had those additional dishes forever and forever. But the IKEA ones, in relative terms, had a very short shelf life on them.
They did. They chipped really easily, and so every time I walk through that section, I'm like, oh, that's so pretty, and then I just don't buy them. The other thing that I stopped buying are the trays. And it's just simply because I don't use plastic trays. It's so tempting to buy them. They're so pretty.
They're so fun looking.
Yeah, right? It's like, oh, that's so cute. And then, I don't use them. And I used to, lean them in the kitchen and stuff, and I just don't anymore. I just don't use them. So I just stopped buying them. That sounds funny, but...
Well, it's not a quality issue with that. It's just more of our taste changed, and now you have wooden cutting boards hanging up or leaning or whatever.
Yeah,
and
it's not. I would if they made one that was in a pattern, I might buy it. That if I just really loved it. But generally, I just don't buy them because we just weren't using them.
Yeah.
And they ended up stuck in the cabinet, and I was like, well, that's just why spend money on something you're not going to use? So
Exactly.
Yeah, kind of just pass on the trays.
Yeah.
The Poang chair. Okay, now I'm
not sure what this one is.
Oh, okay. We had one of these. This is the chair.
Oh my gosh.
This is a ripoff of another designer chair. So I get that people buy it because it's less expensive.
Right.
And for $79.99, that sounds affordable. They have other options of chairs. Landon, when we were in IKEA, he sat in the little kitty one. He's like, I love it. And we bought it, and then he never sat in it because it was uncomfortable. They're just not very comfortable. Okay, so the next one is... I got a bone to pick with IKEA. I don't understand why. One of the things that I always went to IKEA for were the picture frames. And I had designer friends that would come over and they're like, oh, it all has to be custom. Oh, and they thought my stuff was custom framed. But it was from IKEA. And it was, the quality on their frames was so good. Not in the bathroom where you have steam, because a lot of times that little peel, the little top seal would peel off. Yeah, so we just didn't use them in the bathroom, where there would be moisture or whatever that would kind of do that to them. But generally, the picture frames were awesome, and we used them all the time. The matting was nice and thick. It had a glass piece on the front. Even if you don't like the glass, you could just take it off.
They were raised, and so they were pushed off from the walls. They felt more significant.
They did.
Yeah.
And they changed them.
Bum, bum, bum.
Why?
Yeah.
I'm sure it must have been to save money. I'm convinced that's why. I can't imagine that there were enough safety issues with having glass to switch it out with that cheap, wobbly plexiglass.
Oh.
It makes that sound.
Yeah, it does.
It's awful.
And you can tell the difference. I know there's
the
some
light
people
reflects on it.
Yeah.
And it's terrible.
We got to where we had to take the plexi out of all of them just to use them, and then the artwork falls out. It's just a mess.
And if you have it in a kid's room, we had it in Landon's room, and as you can probably tell from all the stories we tell on this channel, he's, active, and he threw a ball at it, and it fell off the wall and broke on the carpet. It's not falling far,
right?
But it broke into several pieces, and it's just, I'm so disappointed with the quality on those picture frames. So that was our list. I hope that you just had a little bit of fun with us. I mean, honestly, we're just sitting here sipping coffee and chilling out together. And it's just fun to have you guys over and just have this relaxed time. It's supposed to be Super Bowl Sunday,
That's
hopefully
right.
when this goes live. And
Don't know who's playing, but someone is.
our boys want to watch it.
Yeah.
So
I'm
we
just
will
looking
be
forward to the
hanging
wings.
here. Yeah, we'll be hanging here eating wings and enjoying the day. I hope you guys will as well, or if you catch it later, that you know you're having a great day. But we just always love when you guys stop by and hang out with us. We hope this will just give you confidence when you go to buy things, that you'll be able to see, to be able to spot quality, so that when you buy something, you really get your money's worth out of it. I think that's really important.
Yeah, it's never honestly about a brand or a label. It really is about quality, because we don't want to purchase things twice, and we want things to last. So we're definitely not.
I want them to last until I'm tired of them.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah, not because they broke day 2.
Yeah.
So there's nothing about brand loyalty or anything else. It's truly about saving you money and making your purchases matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you love this video, make sure you hit subscribe and also follow us on a few other platforms, which we need to link down below. We're on TikTok now.
We're on TikTok?
Yes. Every Tuesday I
We're
do
on
a crazy
TikTok.
dance in a bikini.
I need to check my TikTok account.
I'm not on there, but
Okay.
we're,
Now you've given it away. I was getting ready to go look.
it's impressive.
Wow.
So we're on TikTok. We also have 2 Instagram accounts where we do all kinds of stuff, not only photography wise, but stories and now reels as well, showing you behind the scenes of various projects.
Didn't you post one yesterday of the
Yeah,
makeover?
so we're
Okay.
stuff all the time.
Yeah. So go visit us there. Come hang out with us some more. Give us a little hello down in the comment section. Give the video a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. I love you.
I love you too.
Shows a cup.
Mm-mm. What is wrong with you?
So many things.
Your mama dropped you
Do you
a
have
couple
enough
times.
time?